Brewery travelers, welcome back. We're excited about today's show. We're taking a detour. When we left, we told you we'd see you again in Portland, Maine, but we're not. We're here with Bev and Mike because we had a chance to get together this weekend. We've been missing y'all,
and we finally were able to get together again.
We finally were. So we got the whole crew in for this show, and because we were able to get together, we decided to take a detour and run down to Jacksonville. Again, we're in St. Simons Island, Georgia. Jacksonville's an hour away, and we went to 2 brand new breweries.
Yes, we did. It was great.
And we're going to start the day with historically Hoppy. It's been open about a year, and it's in an urban environment. It's close to downtown Jacksonville. And what'd you guys think?
I thought it was a super place to go. It is, as you said, an urban area.
Yep.
So you park pretty much out in front because we were lucky. There was plenty of parking space out there.
We were there when they opened, guys.
We opened them today.
Nobody on the street. We were in good shape.
We pushed that door open at noon.
But we really found some super great beers.
We did.
I'm an IPA guy.
I know.
And as an IPA guy, I gave that up for some browns.
Well, you did, and I went the IPA route. I had 2 half pours. I tried the West Coast IPA and the hazy East Coast IPA, and
that hazy was wonderful.
The hazy was a good beer. Mike liked the West Coast though.
I like the East Coast actually. I like the East Coast, but it still didn't even match the brown that I had. And then I went and got their vanilla brown, and the vanilla brown was just way over the top of the other brown.
Yeah,
both browns were really good. Really good.
Both browns were very good. The vanilla one had a remarkable flavor, but I have to tell you here, kind of cutting toward the back end of this deal, they had 3 browns. They had brown, straight up. They had a vanilla brown. Mike mentioned that. They had a banana bread brown.
They did. And I need to let you talk about that.
I gotta tell you, it was banana forward, and but we overheard Austin, the beer tender, who was awesome, by the way. Austin, thumbs up. That he was talking about mixing the vanilla and the banana bread.
He did.
And so I tried it, and wow.
I thought that was wonderful.
It was
wonderful.
Really good beer.
But the vanilla plain was good.
Forward.
Yes.
It was.
Definitely banana forward.
I like the vanilla. I love bananas, but I'm kind of a don't mess with my beer type person.
You're not a fruit and beer person.
No.
Now, Barbara, you and Bev had the Session IPA to start with.
The Session IPA was very good at a 4.8. A lot of flavor.
Yep.
A lot of flavor in a 4.8.
Yeah.
And then for my second beer, I had a lime blonde that I really liked a lot. It was a 4.1 and very refreshing.
I have to tell you, I tasted that. It would be the perfect beer for after you do some yard work.
Oh, absolutely.
And it had an aftertaste that was wonderful.
Yeah. The lime aftertaste was very good.
I got to tell you now, this brewery, although it's in an urban environment, as we said, it's a neighborhood brewery. There are apartments and neighborhoods within a few miles, and they have a few events in the evening during the week. They have trivia night. Yeah. They have a bike group, a group that rides their bikes there. They leave from there. They're going to ride. They come back, drink beer.
Yep.
And
a running group. Running group too.
Mm-hmm. How much better can running get when you get to end with a beer? So this is an active evening place. Of course, we were there at noon, and we saw a few people come in, and they were neighborhood people, so it rang true, but we really can't comment on the total vibe.
No.
But I will say this, the seating arrangement and the decor and everything was consistent with groups that get together to visit.
And they had an outdoor area that was nice.
They did.
It was small, but it was very nice. It was a lane kind of a layout, and had a bar on one side where you could stand and set your beer down, and then on the other side it had tables with benches. So there was room to have outdoor activities as well.
And they had about probably 10 to 15 chairs at the bar.
Yeah, they did.
So you sit there. The nice thing about that, I always love sitting at the bar and talking to the bartender.
Yes.
They just learn so much when you do that.
You
Plus
do.
the other people at the bar.
Well, that's right.
Yes.
Because the people that came in all flocked to the bar.
Absolutely.
And in terms of pets, they have water bowls set up outside, so clearly pet friendly outside. Maybe inside, we don't know. There's no food.
No food, yeah.
No food.
Some
At all.
chips and bags, that kind of
Chips and
snacks,
bags,
but
yeah.
but
So-
for the most part,
But this is
No
a
food.
place that the neighborhood, can come together and use that as a launching pad and a reentry point to do stuff. And people just come to hang out.
And consider yourself lucky if Austin's your bartender, because he was really neat.
Austin was cool.
He's the one that put you on to mixing the,
He was.
yes.
the vanilla brown and the banana, and he was all for that. He thought that was great.
Yeah.
He
one of
was
his favorites.
huge into the banana beer.
He was.
Yeah.
I tell you what, if
Yeah.
you just ask him what you want, he's going to tell you.
You're
banana beer.
gonna have a banana beer. Anyway,
It was good with recommendations in general,
he
definitely.
was. We enjoyed this brewery. We had a lot of fun, but the next one was a quarter mile down the street. And I have to tell you, I have to take a little bit of blame here. It was a quarter mile down the street, and it took us a mile and a half to get there because somebody pointed us in the wrong direction.
we figured out that Rob didn't want to walk, so he had to go a mile of his way to be
That's
able to
right.
get back to the
I
car.
wanted to ride in the car. Now, the next brewery,
Strings.
Sports Brewery. It was reportedly somebody that we have a great deal of respect for told us this is the best brewery in Jacksonville.
I've heard that.
And I got to tell you,
It's hard to disagree with that.
it's hard to disagree.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Both for the food and the beer.
Food and the beer.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
No.
Beer was outstanding.
Strings is the grandfather's, what was his nickname. He was a sports legend in Jacksonville. Strings came from his basketball days in the late 40s, early 50s. The brewery is run by his sons, and we think we even saw a couple grandkids running around there. But the beer here is nothing short of spectacular. The IPA that I had clearly is the best IPA I've ever had, Mike.
And I don't think there's anybody here that's going to disagree with that at all. It was an incredibly good IPA.
Yep.
Bullet Bob.
Bullet Bob, being
Bob fella.
being a Strings Sports brewery, the beer names are 643. That's the double IPA, just like the double play. And there's Bullet Bob, which is in homage to Bob Feller from the Cleveland Indians, and all the beers are named similarly. But Bullet Bob just blew me away.
Oh, just like Bob Feller did.
Bob Feller would have,
I
yeah.
was never much into baseball, but anytime I played trivia and there was a baseball question, my answer was always Bob Feller. It didn't matter which position they were looking for, it was always Bob Feller.
Bob Feller, he was an Iowa farm boy that could throw the baseball. Anyway, and we're almost at a crossroads because do we talk more about the beer? It was awesome. Or about the food,
I was getting ready to say we haven't said much to say about the food
which was
yet.
equally awesome.
Yes.
Yeah. It was
I had a brisket cheesesteak sandwich. I got to tell you,
All you guys had the
Yeah.
brisket cheesesteak sandwich. You all enjoyed it.
it was wonderful. And
We added jalapenos to it.
and you guys are brave, but y'all also only ate half each. I ate the whole thing.
I was telling Bev when we were talking, how the heck somebody eats one of these whole things? I don't know. I admire you.
I'm not a cheesesteak person, so I got some wings.
But Barbara helped him with his fries.
Of course. Of course.
I got to tell you here, the food is wonderful. it is outclassed by the beer. This is an interesting. It's a square layout with 1/4 of it with clear garage doors, segmenting the inside versus the outside. The outside is largely covered, but it's open air. Because it was so hot in Jacksonville today, they had the doors closed, and everybody was on the inside. Live edge tables that are just beautiful. And this is a wonderful, wonderful place. We saw, as opposed to historically Hoppy, which is a neighborhood place, there probably are people from the neighborhood here, but there are people from all over Jacksonville and all over other places.
Yes.
Well, and they had TVs. We could watch Wimbledon, or we could watch golf, or we could watch replays of a baseball game, or replays of a football game.
That's right.
There were so many.
There was a horse race
around.
going on too.
There was a horse
What was
race.
that?
There's a
Oh,
horse
yeah, there
race
was a
going
horse
on.
race.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Had a lot of stuff.
On the
So-
inside, there were 10 TVs.
Oh,
And then
were
there
they?
was
Yeah.
at least 4 on the outside when I went out there.
Okay.
Yes.
So
If you like talking to the bartender, the bar was relatively small. There probably were about 7 or 8 seats over there.
right.
But I
And
tell
it
you
stayed
what,
busy.
it stayed very busy.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But Dave came through with good recommendations.
Yes.
I asked him for a Rally Cap Red, which is the name of an old minor league baseball team based there in Jacksonville.
Okay.
And they were out. So, but he said, hey, if you want that, you're looking for this malt, this hop, try this beer.
As a matter of fact, when you get your food, one of the things they have are little signs with various Jacksonville teams over the past.
That's
Instead
right.
of a number, yeah, you pick a team.
Instead of
As a
going
matter of fact, the Jacksonville team that I selected doesn't exist anymore.
no, neither did ours.
Jacksonville Giants.
But this was it's a neat place. It's a fun place. Everybody in there was having fun. It's not necessarily a quiet place because there are people moving around and talking and laughing. Lots of laughing. It was just a fun place.
And in fairness, this was a lunchtime environment.
It was.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I'm sure in the evening it's even busier. And
Busier.
yeah.
Absolutely.
One thing you have to think about when you're going there is they don't have a parking lot, so you're parking on the street. So you need to be prepared to walk a block or two. It's not bad or anything,
You
but
need Barbara to drive because she found us a place in front of both.
She does that all the time.
But as Mike said earlier, no matter what the walk is, when you get here,
it's worth
it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And it is. And anyway, this was a fun day. 2 good breweries, and it's great to be back together.
Oh,
It is.
Yes.
But
Absolutely.
before we wrap up, we got to tell these people, please look at these. Go to YouTube, like the shows, subscribe if you like them. Give us feedback. It's the only way we can learn what your wants, likes, dislikes are. And we love answering your questions. We'll get to them as quick as we can. But give us a chance, like us. We have other shows that are in Jacksonville. We have other shows on I-10. Rob has done a playlist that highlights the
Jacksonville.
Jacksonville and I-10 and
I-95,
all the way
both.
to Houston.
Yeah.
He's done. So we've been from Vermont to Key West. So give us a try. Take a look at them. And we really would appreciate your subscribing.
We
Promise
would.
we're going to cover all the states before this is all over.
Yes.
We got to hurry on that one.
If you watched our Vermont show, you know that Barbara and I are trying to run a race in every state, and we're now at 27.
Yep.
Right.
They've already finished
where
all
they have already
50.
finished. So we have challenged them to a completely new record, and that is a brewery in every state. And we're trying to make it along with them.
Hey, that's an easy one.
Our problem is we don't stop at one per state.
In any event, guys, if you have enjoyed this, if you want to go try these breweries, give us a thumbs up. It helps us with the algorithm. It helps more people see the shows and helps us grow and go to more breweries. So until next time.
Until next time, let's
Cheers.
go.